for the serious gamer.
Hey guys, and welcome to my final entry into this wonderful competition. And I brought along a nice little friend that's been along with me for this whole ride, and has been a big supporter of, well, we've been a supporter of each other. So please introduce yourself, mister.
Well, it's Meatwagon 22, guys. What's going on?
Yeah. Thank you very much for coming along and doing this with me.
Yeah, no problem, man. I love this stuff.
Oh yeah. I mean, we tried the other night to actually get a gameplay with Meatwagon, but things didn't go so well for both of us.
Yeah.
We both seemed to have an off night, even though this Git basically went on to get a Tomahawk cruise missile the minute I left the game.
Well, that's all I needed. I just needed all of your kills. Then I could get my Tomahawk, you know? That's how it works out for me.
Yeah, well, we won't talk about the tactics you used to get that.
Yeah, Campy McCamper.
Yeah, well, oh, that's copyrighted.
Oh, I know.
Can't say
well,
shh.
Oh,
there we go. There's a strike on my blowing record already.
All right, I'm Campy McDouchebag. That's what it was.
There you go. That's better. But what this is all about, guys, is I've thought when we got the email telling us what they expected from us in each week in each video, I've instantly talked about doing a duel with Meatwagon because I love this competition, and I've made so many friends over at NGT live stream and things like that, and people like Meatwagon have always been there right from the word go. So this is our ode to keeping the community tight and loving everybody, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I agree 100%. The main reason that I do this stuff is the people we get to play with and have a blast doing it, and to actually be able to record this stuff, upload it, and share it with everybody else. I mean, for me, that's what it's all about. And I've met so many cool people over there, and I just love it. I'm loving every minute of this thing.
Yeah, the NGT livestream was a huge turning point for me because somebody like Spiderbite and Guns were always these kind of internet personas to me. To then be like, especially like Spiderbite, because I've had a huge playing time with him, to go from this internet persona to somebody that actually sends you messages inviting you to play Battlefield and things like that.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's a strange dynamic shift.
You get a little bit starstruck, it seems, right? I mean, you can say it's like some of these guys, they're big names, and you get a little starstruck.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I still remember how kind of shy I was. I mean, I'm shy around people when I first get to know them, but the more I know them, the more I open up, and you can tell that from the nights we played Rock Band together, as we spoke about recently. So, Spiderbite, if you're watching this, get the band back.
Put the band back together, man. Put the band back together.
Anytime it comes out before Black Ops, so let's get it going.
Yeah. That was fun to watch. I tell you, you guys playing, I mean, I never played Rock Band, and watching you guys play, that was freaking hilarious to me.
Oh, I need to point out here, I'm staring at one spot in this game now because I know there's somebody in there because of the intel. So I tell my friend here, look, there's somebody in there. And he fails.
Nice.
So, I didn't really want to talk too much over this gameplay. This is something I wanted to put out because we both, obviously, Medal of Honor is kind of the in-between game at the moment for Black Ops coming. So,
yeah, I mean, I agree. This game, you know, games like this, they have so much potential, but there's some little buggy things that they need to fix, but it is a perfect game as what I consider an in-between game. For the month, from, you know, this whole month here, I'll be playing this right up until Black Ops, but I may not play it after Black Ops because it's, you know, that's what I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah. I mean, is their biggest selling point at the moment, they need to bring something to the table once Black Ops comes out. I mean, this clean sweep mode sounds like a good idea now, but again, it's like Battlefield. It's maybe something that should have shipped with it.
Yeah, make it more expansive from the beginning. I mean, Battlefield Bad Company 2 did a decent job of keeping people playing that game through the Modern Warfare times, and this game may be able to do it. I just think they need to expand on the maps and add some real good content to it.
I mean, I remember Guns talking about it before it came out, and I think his exact description of it, this is a resurgence of the Medal of Honor franchise, but it's not going to be taking down the monster that is Call of Duty just yet.
No, yeah, you're right. I actually played Medal of Honor before I ever played any Call of Duty title.
Yeah, I'm very much the same. I played all the Medal of Honor games before I even touched Call of Duty 1.
Yeah.
So, and I think I actually played like Call of Duty 2 first.
Yeah.
And then I went back and kind of tested the water of the rest of them before the Call of Duty 4 came out.
Yeah, Call of Duty 4, the almighty. That was my first ever online multiplayer, and once I played that was it. I was hooked for life.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. I played it on the PC primarily, and to switch between PC and console when I did, I mean, it's hard to keep up with PC gaming. At least with consoles, you've got a machine that's going to last you like a set period of time, like 5 to 10 years
Right.
of gameplay. Whereas a PC, your PC almost is not capable of running games at highest spec within 6 months.
That's what I love about PCs. They're actually outdated the second you carry them out of the store.
Yeah. I mean, I built this PC that I have at the moment. I built it myself with my own 2 hands, and I built it for Crysis when it first came out, which was the high-end game at the moment that time.
Yeah.
And that's another game I'm really looking forward to. But Crysis was this high-end game. I did like, I think it was like 5 weeks of night shift, 12-hour night shift, 7 nights a week. So I had all this money built up, and I just spent it all on one machine.
Well, that's what we do, right? As dedicated gamers, we blow way too much money on this thing.
I wouldn't like to count. I honestly, it was like that when I mean, I've got an expansive like movie and music collection, and the amount of times I've maybe stood back one day and went, you know what, if I give an average price of this to each of these items and then add it all together and see how much I've maybe spent on it, and I get the total, and I'm like, oh dear God. I could have bought off a house now.
Yeah, that's for sure. It does get expensive. I mean, if you want to go the route that we're going, it really starts to add up for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I think that was the argument for some people saying about like getting paid to post gameplays. Is like, you've got to remember this can be an expensive hobby, especially recording. If you've got all the equipment, the recording equipment, the laptops to render, the editing software, it all piles up, and then you've got to buy the games.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not about the time, because the time, we're gamers, we're going to be playing these games whether we're recording them and posting them or not. It's about the equipment and all of that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a collector as well. That's my other fault. I'm buying the prestige editions of these games. I buy the collector's editions. I buy all the models that come with it and things like that. And you're, at the end of it, you're like, okay, these guys are getting a lot of money just out of me. Not considering worldwide.
So you're going to put some real C4 in your little car and drive it around?
Yeah, I'm going to Canada hopefully next year, so I'll be waiting in a bush with it, with Spider Bite's address in my other hand.
There you go. So Spider, if you hear this little buzzing sound coming up the street after you, better take cover.
Yeah. Like, we're going to a big release party, and Spider will be talking with guns, and now here's this little RC car coming across the car park.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's a payback for that Simtex, right?
Yeah, there'll just be I think it's got like a little microphone, so I'll just get to hear his last little Hypermole!
Oh, that'd be good stuff. You're going on a little tear here in this game, though, here at the end, aren't you?
Yeah, so far.
Got a score chain building up, and they're on last base, it looks like.
And it was a nice short game, and we've got, you can see it down at the bottom, we've still got 112 tokens left.
Yeah.
or tickets, sorry. So we were pretty much dominating this team.
Yeah, these are the kind of games that I like to play. You know, I do like the aggressiveness. You always are a super aggressive player on these things, and when you can push forward, it kind of takes the snipers out of the game because you're moving so fast.
Yeah. I've spoke about that with Saspin, and we spoke about the fact that if you use cover effectively, and if you pair up with maybe 2 or 3 people, if you hold with your squad, like we always try to run with at least 4 players, which is the maximum squad amount on Medal of Honor, and here I just go mental with my rocket strikes and things like that, but we try and stick together so we can cover each other's backs with the smoke and move forward safely.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, games like this, the good thing about games like this is strategies and tactics really come into play.
Yeah,
they really do.
And the funny thing is, I think this was the first day I played the online.
Oh yeah.
And I got myself up to the artillery strike.
Nice.
This was like one of my first early games, but I think that's also what's going to happen with a lot of multiplayer games. People start to learn how to play the game better as they go on and learn the cheap tactics. So people obviously didn't know snipers were overpowered at this point. It wasn't as predominant.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, it's gotten a bit out of hand, but I think they'll take care of it.
Yeah. So there we go. That's the gameplay over and done with.
Your team won.
At least I still can't work out how some of these, especially like the team deathmatch and sector control and things, I don't know how the scoring system works. I think I'll buy the strategy guide just to see if it tells you in there. This is the mathematical equation we use for this game.
As long as it says your team won, that's all I care about.
Yeah, at least they fixed that. In Battlefield, it was like your team lost, yet you know for certain you won.
You're like, hey, wait a minute, I just planted that last bomb.
There you go, 25 and 6 at the end. I mean, that I guarantee that I'm not going to drop between a skill level of 2100. Well, 2100, yeah, definitely. 'Cause I've just got that kind of gameplay style. I like getting in about their faces.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Well, that's why you always see me hanging about with Spider-Bite more than guns. He's the same game style as me, rush like crazy.
Yeah, super aggressive. Can't hold you guys back, but that's exciting for me to watch. That's for sure.
I mean, what's funny is I spoke to Medina for Life once, and he said that his tactic for if he was ever playing against Spider-Bite, if he had a Predator missile, he'd always aim for the guy rushing right the furthest person forward because he knew it was Spider-Bite.
Aim for the guy out front because you know it's him.
Yeah. So let's wrap this up. What I'm going to say is this has been a wonderful experience being in this competition, and I hope you guys have enjoyed what I've put out. I'm going to be honest, I regret one video, and we won't talk about that ever again. So thank you very much for Meatwagon being part of the competition and joining me in this last video.
No problem, man. I appreciate the friendly competition. This was a lot of fun for me.
Yeah, that's what I wanted this to be. I didn't want this to be an enemy versus enemy. Oh my god, what's he doing? Oh, I'll go dislike his video. Things like that. I didn't want to be subterfuge involved in this. This is wanting to be... It's such a friendly community over at NGT, and I wanted to stay that way. So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you again, Meatwagon, for joining.
Alright, guys. See you next time.
See you guys.
Alright.